What's up guys, Jason here. I am back again down in the Nerd Lair. Just wanted to say thank you really quick for checking out that tour video. If you haven't seen it yet, I posted it last week and it just documents the basement and what I do down here. But for now, we're jumping right into eBay sales. Next up is going to be another DVD box set, Season 4 of Big Bang Theory. Take a look at this, guys. This is getting funny. You can see just how small my store is getting. I'm going to have to do some sourcing, get some new items in this. But Season 4 of Big Bang Theory should be right here. I got $8 for this. This is the second one I'm selling. And like I said in my last video, these are very affordable, very cheap. If you're a DVD collector, now's a great time for you. Next up, I sold another lot of Xbox 360 Connect games. These were listed as children's sports games. It really doesn't get any more worse than that, if you ask me. But of course, they are still sellable. I got a couple lots down here. I gotta find the right one. All right, got these here. Let's take a closer look. Some of these are complete, some are not. A lot of the cases are just cracked to shit too. Zumba Fitness Rush, Black Eyed Peas Experience, and that insert is really damaged. Disneyland Connect Adventures, Connect Joyride, case is really bad on that one, and Connect Sports Season 2. This lot sold for $22. I was really happy to let those go. There's a bunch of people watching and I was considering just sending out a best offer of like $19 or something like that, but I didn't have to. They did sell. And this is one of the last lots I have for Connect games. I have a few other Connect loose titles, but most of these are gone by now, which I'm really happy about. $22. Next up is a single Xbox 360 game. It's a little obscure. I haven't heard of it until listing it. It's John Woo's Stranglehold. Found it. This does not have any instruction manual with it, so it's going to be disc only with the case. Like I said, never heard of this before, didn't look up reviews. I really had no interest in keeping it, but this sold for $6.55. It wasn't listed very long either. I'll get this packaged up and ready to go now. I got a question from a viewer asking about the time frame that these eBay sales actually occur in. Usually it's about 4 or 5 days that I'm able to produce a video like this. I don't do a lot of sales on eBay. Clearly this is just a micro production. But continued on with the video here. Next up is going to be Gears of War 2 for the Xbox 360. This is the special edition Steelbook. And this actually sold for $11. I do like the case here. It kind of has this rusted out finish on it, which is cool. There's no slipcover with this, so I didn't want to keep it. It's a little heavy to ship too, but it does come with both disc and manual. And believe it or not, this is one of the more expensive titles that I'm selling as an individual game. Usually my games are probably between $6 and $8. I'll get this packaged up and ready to go. Speaking of cheap games, this next game sold for $5.85. I think I listed this too fast, not really knowing it was worthless, and then it sat for a while. But this is going to be Ghost Recon. Found it. I seriously just spent like 3 minutes looking for this. Ghost Recon Future Soldier. It's not a Kinect game, but it is better with Kinect sensor. This sold for $5.85. Let me see if this is complete. I don't remember. Yeah, this is complete here. I still make about $1 on this, which doubles my money, so that's fine. eBay must be pushing my listings today for some weird reason, because I just got another sale. And I would consider that pretty unusual. Typically I don't get this many sales in one day unless I've listed a bunch. But I just sold Red Dead Redemption 1 and Undead Nightmare. I got $11.50 for these. Both of these are complete. I believe I have both in my collection, but I do still need Red Dead Redemption 2. Don't have it yet. I'm waiting to get a good deal on that. But I'll get these packaged up and ready to go. This little blizzard came out of nowhere. Alright, back to sales. This next sale was pretty disappointing. I had to lower the price a couple times, but it did sell, and I did make some profit Of course, the post office probably made 4 times more than I did. But it's going to be Darksiders 2 Limited Edition. This sold for $5.55. Has a nice spiffy insert for the cover art here. Don't know anything about this game, but it is complete. $5.55. I had my wife do some retail arbitrage for me. I was met with some initial resistance, but she went and looked at the toy aisle for me. I originally wanted wrestling toys just for my personal collection, and she came across these from Detective Pikachu. These were half off, originally $19.99, on sale for $9.98. The Mewtwo here goes for about $30, and this was the only one they had left. They had a bunch of these Mr. Mimes, but he only goes for like 18 bucks. Can't really make any money off of him after shipping and fees, but both of these I'm going to be keeping. I'm just mentioning them because you may be able to go to your Target, find this Mewtwo, and make a few dollars off of them. Next up is going to be an action figure. It's one of those Star Trek Megos that I had. It's going to be Gorn. And this is now my last one. I sold 4 total. I kind of wish I could have grabbed more of these. And I definitely will have to go into Target in the near future and see what else I can grab there. Guys, I'm taking a little monster break here. Got a question from G. Lopez, longtime subscriber. He says, what about shoes? I remember you collecting Jordans and Nikes. Would you be willing to sell shoes? Just curious. So he's referring to old videos that I made way back in the day when I was really big into buying a lot of Jordans. I wasn't really a collector per se, but I was definitely buying more shoes than I needed. I still do buy more shoes than I wear, but I would not say I'm a collector at this point just because the price is so outrageous on a single pair of shoes. Would I be willing to sell them? I would be, to a certain extent. I'm not going to be up at midnight hitting refresh on 3 different computers trying to get a pair of shoes that may or may not go up in value. But if I came across a pair of shoes, I would check the price. If there's a profit to be made, I would pick them up if I just found them at Ross or maybe in a thrift store or something like that. But as far as really going hardcore and competing with those people that do it full time, definitely not. If you've watched my last video, that raffle is still going on. The video still needs 3 likes. If you're watching this now and you're interested, go check that out. Alright, let's jump right back into sales. Next up, I sold a PS4 game. It's going to be SteamWorld Dig 2. So this sold for a whopping $9.55. Full disclosure, I made about 84 cents off this after everything was said and done. This was definitely a bad purchase, like I've said in previous videos. And even now, still today, these are releasing on Best Buy for $5 each. Like I said, it was a bad purchase. I have 2 left to either sell or raffle off. Alright, I'm just going to drive these to the post office box. Like I said, it's pretty close. And today's Saturday. I have a bunch of stuff to drop off. I'm going to be grocery shopping anyway. If you're part of the 30% of people who make it to the end of the video, I just wanted to have a little Easter egg at the end here. I wanted to mention this PS4 game. If you're a game collector, you may have seen this mentioned in Metal Jesus' recent video. Halloween Forever for the PS4. I got this shipped from France. It is region free. This was only $32 after taxes and shipping. But they only made 999 copies of this game. Now, I'd love to sit here and tell you it's still available, go purchase it, but it is sold out now. But I'm mentioning it now because Red Arts Games does a lot of limited games. Mostly their games will have 2,000 copies, some will have 999 copies, others will have just 300. If you're a game collector, it could be worth going on that website, Red Arts Games, and then just browsing through and see if anything catches your attention. But the crazy thing about this, guys, listen to that. The disc is loose in there. Nothing I can do. I'm going to leave this sealed.